Chad's military has declared victory over rebels in the northwest, blamed for killing former leader Idriss Deby Itno. Soldiers returned to the capital N'Djamena on Sunday last week, parading 156 prisoners before the press. The operations against the Front for Change and Concord in Chad, known as FACT, started on April the 11th, the day of elections won by Deby. But he did not live to extend his 30-year rule. A few days later, the military said he had died from wounds sustained on the front line. That led to the formation of a military junta led by his son Mohammed Idriss Deby. Authorities claim to have killed several hundred FACT fighters and taken nearly 250 captive, including their military commander.
I asked the authorities to respect their rights as prisoners of war. Those who are still in rebellion outside the country should join the legal system so that together they can contribute to building a country of law and democracy.
Formed in 2016, FACT is the largest of several rebel groups operating out of the south of neighbouring Libya. Experts believe they have between 1,500 and 2,000 fighters. Guilty of murder, rape, sexual slavery, and the conscription of child soldiers. The International Criminal Court on Thursday sentenced Ugandan warlord Dominic Ongwen to 25 years in jail for war crimes and crimes against humanity. Ongwen became a commander of the brutal rebel group, the Lord's Resistance Army, also known as the LRA. But Ongwen himself was forcefully recruited at the age of 9. His story presented a dilemma to the court.
It is confronted with a perpetrator who willfully brought tremendous suffering upon his victims. However, it is also confronted with a perpetrator who himself had previously endured extreme suffering himself at the hands of the group of which he later became a prominent member and leader.
In the end, the judges stopped short of a 30-year maximum sentence. The LRA spread terror across 3 neighbouring countries after launching from northern Uganda. The group killed more than 100,000 people and abducted around 60,000 children in their campaign to set up a state based on the Bible's 10 Commandments. The court found that Ongwen personally ordered his soldiers to attack refugee camps in the early 2000s, killing more than 130 civilians. Residents in his hometown Gulu followed the sentencing over video link. Some expected a more lenient sentence.
He has been forced to do all the crime that he has been doing.
Ongwen's brother also found the verdict severe.
Yeah, with all things, I thought that it was going to be 9 years. But I was shocked when I hear 25 years.
Dominic Ongwen, who surrendered in 2015, is the first LRA commander to be prosecuted by the ICC. The group's founder, Joseph Kony, is believed to be still on the run. Opposition fighters have withdrawn from the Somali capital Mogadishu, ending a tense standoff with pro-government troops. Hundreds of heavily armed opponents of President Mohamed Abdullahi Mohamed had taken control of key roads and neighbourhoods after Parliament extended his mandate by 2 years. Mohamed ended the standoff by instructing his Prime Minister to organise elections as soon as possible. The troops left the city on May the 7th. Mogadishu had been on edge since February, when Mohamed's term ended without a fresh vote. Protesters took to the streets, and the country's fragile security forces split along entrenched clan divisions. Clashes with troops loyal to the president caused at least 3 deaths. Leaders of the country's semi-autonomous states will meet next week to try to end the election deadlock once and for all. And finally, thousands of Muslim faithful gathered again for prayers to mark Eid at Cairo's Al-Azhar Mosque. The important event to mark the end of Ramadan, the holy month in the Islamic faith, was cancelled last year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But on Thursday, the faithful could meet again, keeping to Egypt's strict health restrictions, which include prayer while wearing face masks. With more than 100 million inhabitants, Egypt is the most populous Arab country. To crack down on the coronavirus, cafes, shopping centres and restaurants all currently shut early at 9 PM, a measure that will remain in place until the 21st of May.
They sit on every street corner in Djibouti, their bags filled with cash. These women are money changers who drive the economy. They carry all types of currency: Djiboutian francs, Ethiopian birr, euros and dollars. Noura Hassan started this work 10 years ago from savings when her husband died.
We are aware of the exchange rates because our bank gives us this sheet. It's free. It's through this sheet that we know the exchange rates.
Dozens of women work in money changing in the city. It's a simple job, making it accessible for women with little schooling. Only 43% of women have formal education in the country in the Horn of Africa.
It's a decent job. It's better than being jobless. You work to earn a living for your children. When you sit here, you have cash flow. You don't need to beg from anyone working on your own.
On this day, Medina has around 1 million Djiboutian franc, the equivalent of $5,600 in her purse. A substantial sum, and yet her colleague Zara plays down the risk.
If someone steals money, they don't come to us. They're scared. There are a lot of us, aren't there? They won't come. If I was alone, they would come.
The women work in groups and help each other, which contributes to their success. In the working class district of PK12, there are money changers too. The area is popular with people from neighbouring Ethiopia, and its currency, the birr, is common. Every day, tuk-tuk drivers, sellers of the leafy drug cat, and traders all need to exchange money. The nearest bank is far away, so the money changers are the fastest solution.
In 90% of cases, it is better to change with them than at the bank. They're earning a livelihood for their families and helping us to exchange money.
2/3 of Djibouti's economy runs on the informal sector. In the country of under 1 million people, women are the ones who keep the money rolling.